All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lang Trading Chat Room. It is March 8th, 2023. We got another stellar day for trading on our hands. As always, if you're new, it's going to go something like this. I'm going to start off with the market bias and look at the SPY and the Qs, determine which way we think the market's going to go today. After that, I'm going to review the gap list on the right-hand side of the screen. Got the long ideas are in green, short ideas are in red. If you have any questions, comments, concerns throughout the stream, make sure you throw it up in the chat log. I will get right to it. As always, make sure you guys are practicing proper money management. This is a very challenging business. You're not going to get rich quick. You're not going to earn while you learn. You're going to start off with very small risk and incrementally work your way up to $1,000 risk, $5,000 risk, whatever it may be. But you want to start off with a $5 to $10 risk. Don't risk too much too soon. Don't let your expectations exceed your experience. And with that, let's get started on the markets, guys. So we got the SPY, and pretty much a flat open right now. Not pretty much. It is a flat open. We're gapping up 0.02%. So got a flat open on the SPY, flat open on the Qs after that big red day we had yesterday. I know JWoww came on the mic at 10 o'clock or whatever it was and sent the markets down a little bit more. But now we're right into a little bit of support right here, guys. I think we're going to have a choppy day. You see, we're right down in this 398, 397 area, really where we were chopping around for a couple weeks right here, or a couple days last week, the week before that. So got a couple moving averages here as well. You can see on this daily chart, we got the 50 and the 9. So we got some support right here. So I don't think we're going to go too much lower. I would be surprised if we broke 393. So I think I'm leaning towards the bullish side. I'm leaning towards the bullish side. You can see right here, it's kind of like a 50% retracement, a little bit deeper, but I can definitely see us just kind of chop around here and then end up going higher eventually. So kind of leaning towards the bullish side. I don't know if we're getting over 402 today. I'd be a little bit more bullish than what I thought. Maybe we got room up to 404. You can see where this hourly moving average is. It's where this support kind of comes, the resistance kind of comes into play. So maybe we get going and we run up to 400, but for all intents and purposes, I'm going into today with a choppy bullish bias. So leaning towards the bullish side, but expecting a little bit of chop, a little bit of slop. I would say if we were gapping up a little bit more, I would say an inside day, but wouldn't be surprised if we kind of went down, maybe retest 396 and then just chop around. But we do have some good gaps. Despite the choppy bullishness, we do have some really good gaps. This first one, CRWD, CrowdStrike, really nice gap. Gapping over 2 red bars into a major void. Shouldn't have any resistance really until like 140. And even that's not a crazy resistance. Just broke this downtrend line. So CRWD is probably my top watch right now, guys. This is a really nice gap, really nice idea. Keep an eye on this crowd early. Another pretty nice gap is the Oxy, OXY, an oil stock, gapping up over just one red bar, one pivot. It is into a little bit of a void on this hourly chart. We do have some moving averages that we need to deal with, so not a clear void, but a little bit less bullish on this one than I am the crowd, but still a nice gap. If it gets going, should have room up to about $64. So keep an eye on the Oxy. This Campbell Soup CPV. This one is another decent gapping over the one red bar. It's not into a clear void, so it does have some junk here at like 53.50 and 54. So we're not in that clear void. It does about $1 range, so it's going to be tough to trade this potentially. If it gives us a good pattern up near this, I don't know, $53 area, I'll consider it. But at the moment, I like it, just not a favorite idea. Tesla is a favorite idea. I really like this thing. This is a really nice short gap. You can see on this hourly chart, gapping under this big consolidation right here, under the 200 period moving average. So should have room to at least 170, maybe even 160. This thing does a good range, so that's not a concern at all. So keep an eye on the Tesla early. All right, guys, and market is open. So markets are open. Stay patient, stay ready, know what you want to trade, and trade it. make sure you guys are following your trading plan. Next up on my short list is the Etsy. This one looks pretty nice, actually. It is just gapping into a little bit of support, though, so a bit of concern there, but this thing has really good range. So if this thing gets down in this 109, 108 area, I'll be watching it. But at the moment, add a little bit of support, so a little bit tough there. Next up, we got Meta, the Facebook. This one's gapping down a little bit. It should have room to about 178 or so. Probably more like 180, but not a ton of void here. This has been a decently strong stock lately, so not a huge favorite on that. The RBLX, this one's not really gapping up, but over this $42 area, I like it quite a bit. Keep an eye on that. Needs some more volume and needs to get over 42 though. Next up, AMD. This thing's moving up good off the open. Good. Kind of putting in like an hourly buy setup right here. So moved up, pulled back, at an area of support. So watching the AMD, this thing does really good range. So I'd really like it to get probably over 85 at this point. Maybe we get a good pattern in the 83, 84 area, but over 85 is really what I'd like to see on that. Next up, we have Apple, AAPL. Another one, kind of putting in a little buy setup on the hourly chart. It is extended with these gaps, but it's pulling back right to an area of support. Should have room up to about that 156, maybe a little hiccup at 154, but I want to keep an eye on Apple. This thing shows relative strength. I'm really going to like it. So watch Apple for relative strength. And then last and probably least on the list is Kroger. So this thing's going to need to get over 47 bucks. I'm not touching it until then. If it does get over that, I mean, this has been a strong stock. It's got a really nice void, so over 47, I'll watch it, but it's going to really need to get some good volume and a good pattern to get there. So that is the list. Now I can start looking at the stocks on the list, see if we can't find a trade. Gold just jumped $4 on what? Just because? Dang. Big moves on gold to start the day. So this sold off with the markets yesterday as well. And gold's at an area of support right here. Ran up, pulled back right at this $1,800 area. Putting in a double bottom right here. Trying to, kind of not really. Not exactly double bottom, but it did just break out of this, put in a new high, this little void here. So yeah, gold strong. I think these markets are going to be choppy bullish today. Like I said, moving up off the open. So the initial move is higher on the SPY and the Qs. Qs pulling in a little bit more though, putting in a big old topping tail. So good bullish topping tail on the Qs. And then topping tail on both SPY and Qs. So this is that choppiness that I was kind of expecting. You see in the pre-market, we were just 398.50, man. We were just chopping around it. Chop. So stay patient. No need to rush into anything. It's only 4 minutes into the day. Guys, Oxy looks good. Oxy looks really strong. I want to keep an eye on this thing. I want to watch Oxy. It's looking strong. The Campbell's this thing's going to be a little bit tough. Putting in its average trading range in the first bar. Not a huge fan of that. All right. Here's what it is. Guys, the Tesla looks good as well. I like Tesla short. I want to watch this thing. This is probably my top watch right now. It's good. Etsy looks good lower as well. Like I said, I really want to see it. I mean, I'll probably take it. I don't know, though. I don't want to say that because that moving average is right there. 109 is the area for that 200. So, I mean, that's going to be a little bit tough to take that, guys. The 200 period moving average on a daily chart, that's going to be support. People are going to be buying right there. So be mindful of that on Etsy. Meta is looking weak. Facebook looking weak. So keep an eye on the Facebook as well, guys. Not a ton of room on this one. Only room to about $80, so or 180. Whatever. All right, guys. Apple looks pretty strong. I want to watch Apple. Keep an eye on this Apple and Kroger as well. So Kroger and Apple are both looking pretty strong right here. I want to watch the Tesla short as well. Watching Tesla short. Like I said, I want to keep an eye on this Apple, guys. Apple long right here. Gets over this 153 area. Should be at least a 50-cent pop. I think we get to at least 54. So keep an eye on the Apple. Keep an eye on it. Hey Casey, how you doing? Another fantastic morning for trading. Can't beat it, man. Can't beat it. All right, guys. Crowd still looks pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look pretty good. It doesn't look bad yet. It doesn't look bad yet. It's slopping around a little bit, but it's got range. It's still got a chance. And Campbell's going to be really tough to trade, so I'm going to stop watching Campbell's. I'm going to watch the Apple. I'm going to keep an eye on Kroger too, but I like Apple a little bit more right now. I really like that strength on Apple. Really like that strength on Apple. Are you trading Apple, Casey? Oh no, it's auto parts, advanced auto parts. Give me 1 second, Casey. I might be getting into this Apple real fast. Actually, I'm gonna need that 5-minute bar to complete. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this real fast. Advanced auto parts. Let's check her out. Entry at 132 short. Okay, good. Short. Nice. A little bit extended down, but nice. Probably could have got in like 135, 136. But I know you like confirmation. You like that confirmation. And the stop loss at 139.50. So just above this pivot right here. Just right in this area of pivots. Not a bad stop. A little bit tight. I think this thing might bounce and tag you, but target down to 122. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing holding this thing up. Nothing holding this up. So, yeah, 122. I mean, at least, shit, this thing might really, if it gets going on the short side, you might really get going. So, careful. It did just put in a little bit of a volume spike right here, though. See how this is the biggest area of volume that it's put in for a weekly chart. This big volume spike right here. You got another one there, but that one was on a wide range move. This is just a big volume spike on like a normal move. So that could be some ending volume. So I'd be mindful of that. But not too bad though. Definitely a weak stock. Definitely got room to drop. So good stuff. All right, guys. Back to the Apple. In fact, I'm about to get into this thing. It's going to be 153 by 152.50. $153 by 152.50. Guys, I love the relative strength on this. Love the relative strength on Apple. Getting in right here. $153 by 152.5. Apple. We are already in there. First target is 153.50. Second target full target is 154. So this is a little bit aggressive, I'm not going to lie. This is a little bit aggressive. But, I mean, look at the markets, guys. The relative strength on Apple is immaculate. You get a fat man stock showing that much strength, got to find a way in. And SPY's right at this bottom too. I think we're going to get a little bit of a bounce here. So, right, I'm still watching Tesla short. Still watching the Tesla short. Crowd, never mind. Crowd needs to get back towards high of the day. Oxy still looks pretty good. I did rush into Apple a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Probably should have waited a little bit more on this thing, but I really did not want to miss it. I had a little bit of FOMO, but I still do like it. I still like it. Just putting in a little bit of a wedge pattern here on the 5 minute. So, like I said, this was aggressive. It definitely was aggressive. No one's arguing that, but still, I like it. Still in a good spot. Guys, the Tesla looks nice. The Tesla base is up right down here. I'm going to be looking for an entry. Campbell's doesn't look great. You can watch AMD. And then Kroger is... If Kroger can get over high of the day, I'll be interested. It puts in a pattern at 47.30 by like 47.05. So it'd be about a 25-cent stop. So that would be reasonable. That would definitely be reasonable on Kroger. Apple putting in a nice bottoming tail. Looking good. Need that thing over high of the day right there. Over 153, whatever it is, 10. Looks good. Just hopefully it doesn't tag me before it gets there. It's my one concern on the Apple. Don't tag, because I mean, this thing looks higher, guys. You want to look at relative strength. You want to talk about relative strength. 1 second. Wait for it to load. Look, big topping tail, big red bar, doji bar. Apple's just hanging out, putting in a green bar, putting in a bottoming tail. Looking good. Good strength on Apple. Like I said, hopefully it just doesn't tag me out before it goes. These markets bounce, should be good to go. Otherwise, like I said, you can still watch the crowd CRWD over high of the day. Keep an eye on it. Still watching the Tesla lower as well. Like 182.50 by like a 184. About $1.50 on the stop. Pretty reasonable range there. All right, Etsy. God, you can watch Etsy lower, but guys, I've been saying the 200 period moving average is right there. It's going to be tough. Campbell's, guys, we can watch Campbell's higher. This is on earnings, so this thing could do some good volume or good range today. I want to keep an eye on the Campbell's. It'll be over high of the day. About a 77-cent stop. Keep an eye on the RBLX over high of the day. Kroger's getting a little bit extended here, guys. A little bit extended on the Kroger. Ooh, Apple's pulling in a little bit too. Might have gotten in too early on the Apple. Might have gotten in just a little bit too early there. I'm going to give this thing a penny. I got a penny, got filled at 152.99, so I'll lower my stop by a penny. Give it just a little bit extra room. Just a little bit. All right. Guys, I want to watch this Campbell's. I was saying earlier about the range, but I mean this is done earnings, so all right. So we got stopped on Apple. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie, that was not my best trade, guys. I really rushed into that. I was really rushing into that thing. I'm still watching though. I still do like this thing, but yeah, that was just a little bit of FOMO, guys. Probably should have waited for high of the day there. Got sucked in that relative strength. Sucked me in. Got me good. All right, still watching the Kroger higher. Still watching not really watching AMD as much. Watching Campbell's a little bit. I do not like Etsy, guys. I'm not gonna be able to trade this thing. At support right here, I just don't like it. Down 3 days in a row, I'm good. I do like the Tesla. I do like Tesla. Be like $1.75 on the stop, so not bad on the Tesla. Oxy continues to rip higher. Crowd continues to pull in. Apple right back up. Man, this thing is gonna irk me. I might have to get right back into Apple, guys. I might be getting right back into Apple. Probably wait for high of the day this time, actually. Probably wait for high of the day, but Apple's still high on my radar, guys. I got into that thing too early. It was too early. It was too aggressive. I should have waited. That was my fault. I hope you guys didn't follow me. I hope you're following your own plan. But if you did, my apologies. All right, crowd, Oxy. Yeah, patience on the Apple, man. Hey, I like how you said patience. Exactly, because patience pays. Yeah. Well, we're gonna wait on it. We're gonna wait on it. No need, I mean, this thing. Look at this thing has done 80 cents. Average day is $3. So if you really wanted to, you could go high of the day by low of the day on Apple. You could go high of the day, low of the day on Apple, and that's still a solid trade. All right. Tesla just keeps dropping. Looking lower, looking lower. Guys, Campbell's, honestly, I think I'm going to get some Campbell's here. It's going to be 53 by 52.50. Stop loss is right there with the support. Big volume. All right. This is a nice wedge pattern. The range is a concern, but it's earnings day, so you can do a lot more than that. Well, you need 50 high of the day for 1 R, 2 R's up there. All right. Don't know if I'm going to get filled on this. Don't know if I'm going to get filled, but we're going to try it. Actually, is this the exact same parameters as Apple? Almost. It's volume like. The volume is really good. Markets look like they're moving up. All right. So Campbell's 53 by 52.50. Campbell's 53 by 52.50. We're bidding for it right now. Should be getting filled right here. Should be getting filled. What's going on? Why are we filled on the? All right, there we go. Now we're filled on the Campbell's. Filled on the Campbell's. All right. Nice little wedge pattern right here. Here's 1 minute wedge. Got some good support down here at 52. So we'll see about it. Oxy's moving up. Still watching Apple. Apple's looking a lot more like the markets now, though. It's looking a lot more like the markets now. All right. Chopping around. These markets are kind of struggling to go higher, honestly. I'm kind of expecting more of a bounce here. Big topping tail right off the open really set the pace for the first 15, 20 minutes, didn't it? All right, so crowd's pulled in quite a bit, almost to the point where I don't even want to trade anymore. Oxy's a beast today. Not much to do with it though. You could have argued to get in over 63.25 maybe, like a 50-cent stop, but not anything super special there. Guys, I want to watch this Apple still. Apple, high of the day, low of the day. Tesla's slowing down. So, guys, watch Tesla short as well. Still got half its range left. Etsy's doing as expected. You can watch Meta, but I don't love this thing, guys. Really. Campbell's kind of hanging out right now. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. We needed to hold that VWAP, really, though. That's what we really needed to do. Actually, I really didn't pay attention to that whenever I got in. It's closed below the VWAP a couple times, so get above that VWAP should be all right there. BLX, AMD, not much to do with this. This thing has a lot of range though, so if AMD gets up here in the, I don't know, 83 over high of the day, really, you can look for a pattern. All right, guys. So not a whole lot to look at. We're watching Tesla short. Watching Tesla short. This thing's looking good. I'm still watching Apple higher. I'm watching Campbell's. We're in Campbell's, I mean. I'm going to put Campbell's up here, guys. Not really watching the crowd anymore. Crowd is. I don't like this, guys. I mean, this is earnings gap ish. So maybe you can buy at 131 by 130. It's actually not bad. His earnings right at support. Guys, actually might. I'm kind of dogging on crowd, but you might go to scalp an R out of this or two. 131 by 130, run it back up to 133. Kind of tempted on this. I don't like how hard it sold off though after the big move. If this was like you get rid of this first green bar and you just do like this, these red bars where it just immediately sold off, then I like it. But the fact that it ran up and then sold off, it's like it tells me like anybody that wanted to sell, like they're selling it. Buyers are not there. Like if this green bar didn't happen, I would think this gapped up. It was profit taking. Now buyers are stepping up again. It's like buyers stepped up off the open, and then they got rolled over. So questioning the strength a little bit on crowd. It is pulling back to an area of support. There's only one pivot though. Keep an eye on it. Between that and Tesla, I mean, Apple's not looking so hot anymore. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on the crowd. I want to see. I guess it did put in a volume spike. And a volume spike on that chart. So, actually, I am going to bid for crowd, guys. 131 by 130. Oh, 131 by 130. Target 133. Honestly, I'm gonna bid for it right here so I get a better fill. All right, so now it's only a half hour risk on the crowd. Might get us right here as a quick stop, but like I said, it's only a half hour risk. We got in early. 131 by 130. All right, so that was a quick out on crowd. What sold me, guys, was this bottoming tail right here. These two bottoming tails in the 1 minute. It's like, all right, you got a volume spike, bottoming tail, at support, and like I said, it was a half hour loss, so. Not upset about that really at all. Not major, big volume, at support, bottoming tails. I'll take it. Might have just got in a little bit early. So Apple, guys, Apple's still looking all right. SPY's trying to go higher. A little bit weaker than, they're a little bit stronger than the Qs. The Campbell's still wedging around, so it needs to get over this $53 area and hold it. We still really haven't closed over that VWAP. I really want to close over the VWAP on the Campbell's. And Tesla, no quitting it, just consistent red bars. Oxy moving up. Apple, guys, Apple. I'm liking Apple. Gets over this VWAP and holds. I like low or high of the day by low of the day on Apple. High of the day, low of the day on Apple. Crowd, man, there's the volume spike on crowd. Son of a gun. In just a little bit early. It's got me tempted to get back in 130 by 129. Keep an eye on it. Not seeing much else. AMD you can watch. You can watch AMD. Alright. Yeah, AMD guys, watch this thing over, I don't know about over high of the day. Called resistance up until 84.50 area. So keep an eye on AMD. Keep an eye on the crowd. Campbell's pulling in a little bit. Son of a bitch. Son of a gun. Campbell's pulling in. Couldn't get above that VWAP. Man, this is, what are we down? Hour and a half right now. Might be down a little more. We'll see. I still like the Apple though, so I'm still liking Apple. Watch it. Markets are moving up right here, putting in a green bar. We'll see if we can get over this topping tail. The topping tail is really keeping us down right now. Wait for Powell. Is there more Powell? I thought we were done with Powell. Shit, he does have another one at 9. Hey, thanks for saying something, Green and Gone, because I was like, all right, we got Powell out of the way yesterday. I really did not realize it was a 2-day thing. What more can this guy say? Yeah, really though, thanks for mentioning something, Green and Gone. Thank you. I was looking to get into a trade soon, probably. Man, crowd really just got me, didn't it? What a dog. At 9. All day, yeah. Does this guy ever say anything worthwhile? God dang. He's just gonna go up there and spew some bullshit. Didn't he? I'm pretty sure he said like the exact same thing. Like it was like word for word almost. I saw a video on it. He literally just repeats the exact same thing. And the markets just go crazy. But I guess we'll see. We're gonna wait. Apple is my top watch right now. Apple is my top watch at the moment. But we got about 40 seconds until this JWoww comes on the mic and roughs up the markets. Hopefully he doesn't get me out of the Campbell's. We'll see. I'm going to leave it for now because, this was my own doing. Alright. As Tesla finally putting in a bottom a little bit. Alright, here we go. Here we go, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. JWoww. Oh. What is it? What's the take? Red? Looks red. All the way back down to low of the day. But we're putting in the bottom tail. Oh, we keep going. Never mind. Another just carnage report, apparently. Carnage in the report. Oh my goodness. Not a good look for JWoww. Woo! Look at that, guys. $1.56 on this red bar. 500,000 shares. We're going to talk about Whippy. Oh, baby, look at that. Look at Campbell's. Hey, look at that. It said J Wow Who. We're doing our own thing today. Maybe. I don't want to speak too soon, but I mean, it didn't put in the big red bar, so that's good. That's good. About one of the only things on my long list that's putting it. And then I say that and it starts going red. Son of a bit. It's probably going to stop me out, guys. It's probably going to be a negative 2.5 our day. Oof. It's all right. I think we're still positive on the week, so we'll take that. About to stop out on the Campbells. Yeah, about to get got on Campbell's, guys. Yeah, this was my own doing, honestly. This was me not coming into the market as prepared as I should have been. Had I known J Powell was giving a speech at 9, I probably wouldn't have got into Apple so early. I probably would have held off on the Campbells until at least after 9. So, and Crowd as well, CRWD. So, man, all three of my trades. I was coming in guns a blazing today, man. I should have waited. Well, it is what it is, guys. If you live and you learn, I guess. Need to do a better job of checking the news. Here we go. Let me make a note. I really should do a better job of checking news in the morning. I honestly, I despise it. I really do. I despise checking the news. It just irks me. It's like, who's about to muff up the markets today? J Powell. Tomorrow, what do we got? Like a unemployment, non-farm payrolls. What do we got? Yeah. I guess that's on Friday, the unemployment rate and stuff. But see, this is what. Why can't everybody just talk at 7? Like, just do it before the market opens. The fact they do this shit during market hours is so annoying. Like, either wake up a little earlier and get it done before the market opens, or stay a little later and get it done after the market closes. One of the two. But the fact that we're doing this during market hours is like insanity. It should be illegal, honestly. Like, this should not be legal. This right here should not be legal. They need to be doing this during market close. Whatever. Whatever. I should have stuck with my initial analysis here, guys. That green bar threw me for a loop. And there's Campbell's. So, not the best trading day, guys. Not the best. Came in guns a-blazing. Really should have been sitting on hands, honestly. Should have been sitting on hands. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It should be illegal. They do it so insiders can make money, and I'm saying they should make it illegal because I don't think anybody should be making money off of bullshit like this. Like, what is this, guys? This is, drives me nuts. What else drives me nuts is my poor trading, dude. What was that? God. This one, actually, I don't hate this trade. I don't hate this trade. I hate that I didn't look at the news and I ignored the VWAP. Really, though. Everything else, I mean, this was a pretty mediocre trade. I'm not going to lie. Campbell's was mediocre. All these trades I took today, guys, I did a mediocre job of trading. I was aggressive. I had FOMO. Not my best day. Should have done better. It is what it is. You live and you learn. You keep going. Came in to today. Guns a-blazing, man. Guns a-blazing. All right. I'm kind of watching AMD still. Got an eye on AMD, but Hey, thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or comments about what I'm trading, how I'm trading, why I'm taking bad trades, please give me an answer. I'd love to know. UNFI, looking at UNFI. Actually, I had this on my backup list. Yeah, this one was like a novice gapping down. What was it, like 28% or something crazy? It was more than that whenever it first started. So this was a viable gap, a viable short gap. I mean, when it gaps down that much into like a little bit of support right here, that's a viable gap. My best. Yeah, I'm gonna look at some of these backup ideas I had. Not much on the long side. You can watch the Saber short. No, that's about it. Yeah, UNFI was that was a novice gap down. Could have bought that one. I don't know if I'd do anything with it here. I mean, it's already up quite a bit. I don't know if I'd go short with how strong it's been. I don't know if I'm going long with how extended it's been. So not much to do with it here, but yeah, off the open, could have bought this thing 27 by 26.50 or so, even 26 maybe you wanted. It's not bad. Not bad. Well, guys, I don't see a whole lot else I like. AMD is really the only thing with any sort of strength at this point. AMD is the only thing with strength right now. So keep an eye on the AMD. Wonder what NVIDIA is up to. NVIDIA actually looks pretty good too. It's not as much of a void here. So you're liking DKS? Man, DKS, I know that thing's extended. Had that major gap up yesterday. In a big move higher. So going long on DKS is a little bit aggressive, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it is at an all-time high, so you got that going for you. You're getting in right up here at 148. Your stops at 133. So, I mean, I guess you have a pretty safe stop. If this thing pulls back, it shouldn't pull back all the way down there. And if it does, it's not a great pullback, but target up at 174. Yeah, that's going to be more of a core trade, I think. Like I said, I think this thing pulls back before it goes higher as well. So this thing's extended up here. It's going to need some sort of correction, whether it's through price or time, I don't know, but I think it's going to need a correction before it gets to 174. It's a big move up, or big gap up, followed by a big move, followed by another gap up. So it's a bit extended. All right, guys. A and D. Not sure if I want to do anything with it. You can watch Oxy for a buy setup, I suppose. Doesn't have a ton of range left. It's kind of an area where it has some resistance, so a little bit hesitant, but yeah, Oxy like a 30-40 cent stop. Get a break even before high of the day. If you give it a 30 cent stop, you'd be just over high of the day for 2R. So you can watch that. AMD, man, look at this thing's a beast. A lot of range left too, guys. I want to keep my eye on AMD. Keep an eye on it. No patterns on it just yet. You could have maybe argued a pseudo 5-minute 3-bar play, but that's pretty aggressive. And Cam kind of rolling over. Yeah, guys, this was not my best trade. If I had seen that every single one, this was the only bar that closed over the VWAP and it got rolled over. So VWAP was the area there, and I just got in right at. Not my best look. Apple's looking just like the markets at this point. I mean, you can still watch it higher, but I mean, look at this. It is like step for step with the Qs now. Had a little bit of strength in the morning, but now it's just exactly like the markets, which are looking higher. Although, in fact, the SPY's got me tempted to get in like a 399 by like a 398, running up to 401. It's looking higher. Apple's looking higher ish. Guys, Tesla looks weak. Honestly, if you give like a 250 on the stop, run it down another $5, should have room to 175. It's got the range for it. Keep an eye on Tesla short. Man, that crowd was a tough one. RBLX never did much. You can still watch Kroger, I guess, but I don't really like it here. Because AMD looks the best. AMD looks the best. Tesla's a close second. Tesla's short. $180 by 182.50. A little bit. See, the thing with the Tesla's, the market needs to break out, or not break out. I mean, if this market ends up going higher and getting above 399 and holding, I don't know if I want to be in a Tesla short. And AMD is just beast moving it right now. Guys, watch for a buy setup here. You pull back to that 83.50 area. Oops. Keep an eye on it. Oxy as well. And Oxy would be like right here, guys. 33-cent stop. Tesla to 164. I think Tesla has 164 in it eventually. I don't know about today, but definitely looking like it's going lower, especially after that gap down today. This Oxy's tempting me a little bit. What are some other oil stocks doing? No, I'm not even getting enough Oxy. Well, let's look. Yeah, 63.04 by it's about a 42-cent stop. You still need under that whole number. It's right at range. Alright, guys. I'm looking at Oxy would be 62.90. Like I said, I'm gonna wait for this 63.04. If I get into the Oxy, I'm gonna wait for it to get above this area here. 63.04 by 62.60 or whatever it is. So that, I mean, I want it to get above VWAP. Really, is the main thing. Or stop loss at 62.62.